Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Grim here, and welcome back to some extended Baconator action. Basically, if you haven't seen my first video, I will put a link to it in the description. It's an introduction to a Town Hall 10 and 11 raid, 3-star raid, and it's new and coming using some mass giants. But we're back on my mini account, Grimbo Slice and the clan Dark Warholics. They just had a really close war with Lahore Warriors. Great war, just barely edged them out in percentage there, as you can see. And we're going to take a look at some of Baconator's, Mr. Bacon Pancakes, Baconators, on some of these bases. So starting off, number 4, Bacon Pancakes are number 2. Starting off just the way he normally does it with the Queen Walk. All good Town Hall 10 and 11 attacks usually start off with a Queen Walk. Very, very rare to see it without see a 3-star without a Queen Walk being done. But basically, he put her there, put 5 healers on her, and he wants her to walk right. And the idea is for the queen to basically, she's just picking up percentage right now. She's going to take out the enemy archer queen on this walk, and she's going to get the enemy clan castle down. As you can see, place some wall breakers there to allow her access to this compartment here. Rage spell down just to increase the damage, and when she moves in to engage this queen, the healers will also get enraged. There goes the queen. Healers are enraged, catching her back up while those 2 cannons are on her. And she took out the queen, so eventually she'll step up into the range of the enemy clan castle, and she will take that out. I believe it's a Hound and Loon that comes out, which is pretty standard nowadays with the Town Hall 10 raids. Balloon comes out, poison spell down on that. That'll take care of it. Rage spell down for the queen. She takes care of that and all the pups. Real easy. Fast forward through this. Wizard down, some more wall breakers to allow her access to out on an exit route from this Queen Walk, so that way she can join up with the main attacking force, which will be the giants and his heroes, and his king, and some wizards that he brought in his clan castle, which is what he normally brings. That's where his main damage comes from, is those wizards. So she's just working her way around, grabbing all the percentage she needs, and in come the giants. Wall breakers to open everything up, wizards to start the funnel, king comes in, and a massive pack of giants. Now, the idea with this raid is to keep the giants all in one big pack. Most of the time, even with single or multi-infernos, they do not, it doesn't really matter to them, I guess. Single or multi, they will take that, just take them like a champ, I guess. The healers are coming over, they're going to heal them up. They switch targets from the queen. In came the clan castle and all the wizards. That's the main damaging force, is your heroes and those, 8 to 10 wizards that you've got total. He's got, probably 7 or so coming out of the clan castle, and then a couple of his own. Continue on the rage spell just to accelerate them all. As the giants are working their way through, healers are healing them up. Wizards come over. Unfortunately, a couple of them get roasted by these backside Teslas here, but the giants are working on an out route to the back half of the base, and he's at 72% already. The queen's taken out the Teslas. She took out the town hall. And basically, all that's left is just cleanup. He's got wizards working this back side, and the queen took out this entire bottom half of the base. The healers, the one healer now, is healing the giants that aren't being attacked by that multi-inferno back up to full health. As soon as that inferno goes down, all that's left will be these this cannon and this archer tower, and that's going to wrap up a 3-star raid for Mr. Baconator, Mr. Bacon Pancakes, and his appropriately named Baconator. I did confirm it with him. He does want the name to be Baconator. All rights go out to him. This was his original idea. This is coming straight from the clan Dark Warholics. He just was experimenting around with it and ended up getting a couple 3-stars. And he's just been using it ever since, and he's been crushing bases. So, starting again, Queen Walk wants her to walk left. Placed her down on that army camp. That's always a good point, good funnel point. Those things are so wide that it's easy for, if you place her down on one side of it, most of the time she's going to walk the direction you want her to go. If you haven't seen my Queen Walk tutorial, I'll also put a link to that in the description on what Bacon's doing here, what all of his objectives are. As you can see, he took out the enemy queen, and with this raid, with this really open box style base, the idea is to, basically you're clearing a path for the giants. You're breaking the ring of defenses. We'll take a look here for a second. A ring of defenses, what I mean is look all the way around the base. There's this ring, just archer tower, cannon, air defense, mortar, wizard tower, this ring. So when giants or golems or whatever defensive targeting troops go in, they're just going to follow this ring all the way around the base and not go into the core, because there's this buffer zone basically of storages and collectors and hero platforms that force them to not go to the core. Basically, they're going to follow that ring around, and it's basically an anti 2-star base. So what Bacon's doing is he's breaking that ring. On this side, the closest defense is the mortar, obviously. And then as she works her way through, taking out the Lava Hound, he placed an extra wizard in to help out there. She'll keep working her way around, breaking the ring, taking out defenses. He's got the wall breakers there for route, travel, whatever you want to call it. Here she goes. It's a very time-consuming raid, unfortunately. It's going to take a little while. And on some raids, he does, unfortunately, run out of time. I've seen that happen before several times. He's been in the high 80%, high 70%, and just runs out of time. So now that he's broken the ring of defenses, as you can see, there's nowhere else for these giants to go when he wall breakers in. The closest defense on this side of the ring is this mortar. Closest defense over here is this wizard tower, which will be shortly taken out by the queen. She takes that out. She's going to take out the enemy archer or enemy barbarian king. Then in come the giants, and the only place that they are forced to go is straight in, right at this inferno tower. Wall breakers open it up, popping those Teslas, and those wizards and the king will deal out tons of damage while the giants are taken. Queen's doing her thing, already working on cleanup, basically is her job. Rage spells down in the core, wizards are doing their thing, and he just wipes out the core of this base within a matter of just a couple seconds. Queen's working around, wizards are being deployed to help her on the cleanup. Giants have beat their way through the backside of the wall, and they're finishing off the last few remaining defenses on this base. 17 seconds, we'll just go ahead and fast forward. And that's another 3-star for Bacon Pancakes in the same war. 6-star war for him. And I think there's one more that's going to be done. Yep, here, Gregor. As you can see, 90% raid. He's trying out his own version of the Baconator. He's taking a couple less giants, taking an extra healer there for his queen because she's not totally maxed yet. But it's the same basic general idea here. Wall breakers in, open up that compartment to let his queen get in there and start breaking the ring of defenses. She unfortunately starts to walk a little bit here, but she actually gets some extra value taking out some more of that ring of defenses, just for extra insurement, I guess you could say. She's working her way around. Again, very time consuming. These walks are very long. These walks are going to take up probably a minute and a half to even 2 minutes of the raid. Which, I mean, it's okay with the additional 30 seconds. That's what makes this entire raid possible. Rage spell down for his queen to help her through some damage. More wall breakers to allow queen access to the next set of compartments to continue breaking the ring and defenses even further. Clan Castle comes out, going to take care of that with a poison spell, and his queen, she's just going to beat on that Lava Hound until it comes out. Again, most Town Hall 10s are running the Lava Hound and Balloon combo. It's very rare that you see anything besides that come out of a Town Hall 10 War Clan Castle. One wizard down to help out, and in come the wall breakers to allow access to the core, the bigger enclosure there. And as you can see, the giants are only going to go straight for that expo slash single inferno, excuse me, because the queen has broken that ring of defenses. Now in comes the wizards, and unfortunately the reason I believe that Gregor actually got 90% on this one is he loses a couple wizards to a giant bomb here on the left hand side. You can kind of see it foreshadowing there. Boom, there go a couple wizards and some archers that he had there. Unfortunately, he lost him there, but the giants are still working their way through. I believe you saw the king, he might have got locked onto a single inferno, I couldn't tell there. But he went down quick, so he lost most of his damage-dealing force kind of early on in the raid. Took out, unfortunately, that giant bomb. Took out those wizards and kind of ruined the raid. There goes another one. And that's just luck of the draw. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do about this. And he ends up running out of time. Had he had those wizards, it would have been really close. And but I think he actually would have had it. Starting to run low on giants here. But it was a very, very good try, Gregor. 90%, that's pretty good for these Town Hall 10 bases. Good try, buddy. We'll refine this Baconator strategy, and we'll get it down here pretty soon, I hope. Okay, I think we're going to take a look at one more raid, and this one's actually going to be one war back. This is going to be Bono Clan. Waraholics kind of kick the snot out of these guys, I guess. But this is going to be the last one. Obviously, guys, these are kind of lower level Town Hall 10s. You can try it on the more maxed Town Hall 10s and Town Hall 11s. I know in my other video I showed him taking on a near max Town Hall 11. I showed Bacon Pancakes taking that out. And he absolutely crushed a max Town Hall 11, Eagle Artillery, everything, except for maybe Walls and Heroes in that video. So go check that out. But here he goes, continuing on, and this isn't exactly a ring style base, as you can see. Obviously, it's not the same, but it's gonna work regardless. The strategy was made to combat those ring style bases, but it can be used in certain situations on these other kind of bases with these multiple enclosures and not that ring kind of stuff that you had been seeing in the previous couple raids. Rage spell down, the queen's doing her thing, again, kind of time consuming. She'll step up here, get the clan castle, get the enemy barbarian king there. She's just working her way through, doesn't even need a rage spell for him. Dropped one giant down and some wall breakers to allow access to the clan castle. She even gets a skeleton trap pop there. Poison spell down, and this is one of those instances, clan castle of drag and balloons came out of the clan castle, and really it's not that big a deal no matter what it is, because the queen with those healers on her, if you place a rage spell down and then a poison spell to slow the damage down of the troops, she's just going to work her way right through that, and it's not going to be a problem at all. Wall breakers are coming in. She's basically broken the ring of defenses by now. Unfortunately, the king goes on a little walk here. I'm not exactly sure what Bacon's plan was, if the king was supposed to go in or if he was even supposed to go on that walk. But in come the giants, rage spell down for him. Queen's doing her thing. She's working to help out in place of where the king would be. So basically the king and queen swap places. The king's doing the cleanup around the outside. In come the wizards behind. The giants are working right through those single infernos. Doesn't matter. Healers have locked onto the giants. And he's tearing through the core of this base. The king's working the ring on the outside. And in come all the wizards to help deal some damage. Giants are breaking through the backside walls and finally finishing off the last couple defenses. Hits the queen's abilities, get her through that inferno, and by now it's basically over with. 82%, got a rage spell, probably didn't even need it. All he's got left to really worry about is that wizard tower, but with this massive amount of troops massive amount of troops that remain on the battlefield, it's not going to matter at all. And he finishes up a 3-star raid despite the giant bomb taking out all of his wizards. Great job, Bacon. It's great to see you do this strategy. It's really cool. I love watching it. Hopefully we get it refined. I hope that helps you guys. If you were a little confused by my first video, please go check that out. There's some better examples in there, I think, just for more reference. But it's a very effective raid. All credit goes to Bacon Pancakes for creating this thing. And I hope to see you guys here next time. Peace.